I was watching a video, thank God for YouTube, about poor people marry for love and the rich marry to pass down wealth and for an image. I've always thought that marriage was for love. But then notice that when people get divorced, the judge is looking at assets, prenups, and whatnot. So I was like, ooh, marriage is a business. Then people were saying that men marry the woman in front of them, not who they love, and some women will marry for money. Then I was thinking about Kris Jenner. Her first husband, high profile lawyer, she cheated and met her husband that's now named Caitlyn. I was just trying to figure out his name because he changed his gender, so I forgot what his birth name was. But you could put it in the comments for me. I really don't like that family, but I was thinking like that woman was very smart when you think about it. How she went about it, she has no morals, but she's smart because here's the thing. She started off as a flight Jenner. We're talking about Kris. Met somebody with money. She did not love him, but she had his babies and then went to somebody she was interested in that also had money. And I'm like, that's what people are doing. And again, I do hope to walk down the aisle, but now I'm thinking if I do, I'm going to either me and my significant other is going to therapy before we get married, or there's going to be a prenup involved. Because if I sense that you don't love me or have an attraction to me, we're not walking down the aisle. Because here's the thing. I don't want to be miserable. Like, I'm at peace now. Like, 2 weeks ago, people kept telling me that I have a glow about me and whatnot because I'm at peace. Now, granted, yes, I would like to have a partner, but I'm at peace. I won't die if I don't. But I do know there are people that are in relationships they have no business being in. And sometimes I have to be, look, even if I hear people in public argue and complain, I'm like, oh, wow, okay. Like, I know a few spouses that women are holding down the house financially while the husband has poor money habits. Those men I'm very afraid to attract because here's the thing. Our bills need to be paid, and if you have poor spending habits, that's not going to do well. That's not going to do. And as a woman, regardless if the woman makes more or the man, you still have to provide. Because if there's children involved, us women do the most work when it comes to children. So to pay the majority of the bills. Now I could see if the husband got sick, lost his job, and even that should be temporary. She shouldn't be picking up the tabs for everything. And then of course they were saying some men will marry because they're looking for a slave. I tell my children I'm not their slave. I'm your mother. There's a difference. Because once you reach a certain age, you will learn some independence. I'm nobody's slave. Like, my children, they're my children, but they don't belong to me. Like, after they reach a certain age, they're their own people. We're nobody's property. That's what people fail to realize. Like, you can have somebody, but at the end of the day, they're not yours. They're their own person. But yeah, but it made me wonder, like, inspirational Shanae, you know what you want? Because yeah, the way things are looking, hooking up with no feelings attached seems about right. Now, I'm not with the whole casual or situationships, but I could see why people do it and detach, because it's like, Now, I was thinking about if I have like a connection with somebody and they're not ready, based on how they treat me, I would be willing to wait. That's what I would do. But that whole monkey branching, going from one man to the next, I wouldn't do. But I would wait for somebody I care for. But I would also pursue other options. But the whole sleeping around, and I can't. Too many soul ties. I couldn't do it. But I would explore that option, waiting for somebody that I felt was worth waiting for. But even with that, that'd be like a 1 or maybe 1 year and 6 months. Because actually, I waited for somebody for 2 years. And by early this year, I finally broke free from them. And now they're trying to come my way and what, but I don't like you. Because here's the thing. What people fail to realize, that when you're friend zoned or you're put as when you're somebody's doormat, just in case their true love doesn't work out, there's no guarantee they'll want you. And the thing is, when men decide that all their options have failed, or they smell the roses and they have like a light bulb moment, because us women know, even the men that get used, you all know when somebody generally cares for you. And you also know when you're a placeholder. That whole, well, I didn't know. You knew, because the signs were there. You're just oblivious, because even I know. So when those men come back, because almost every man I dealt with, they've come back. Even the ones that end up in committed relationships find their way back. And I just look at them and be like, no. Because the thing is, how long did you think I was going to wait for you? You see, I have like 1 strand of gray hair. I don't want no more. I look good for my age. I was having the discussion with my daughter. She was like, Mommy, you look like you're 19, 20 years old. People think that you're my sibling. I don't believe in having a stressful life. No, I want stress free. I don't do the whole stress. That's just, no. And people have to realize, granted, for me as a single mom, I know my chances of finding somebody is slim. But like I said, if I see that he has potential, I'll wait for him. But I would do a year. I wouldn't do no more than 2 years. I couldn't do it. I'm not doing it, because here's the thing. Then after you done got me, who's to say you won't get up and leave me? So at least if I find somebody while waiting for you, or have my options open, at least I can say, oh, boom, I left and I didn't waste my time. But that's why people get upset and bitter, because they wasted their time on somebody they had no business wasting their time on. So feel free to comment me, but that's my take on things.